First of all, I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight, even with the threat of very severe weather. We would like to get this meeting over with as efficiently and as quickly as possible so you all can get home before the snow starts. And I'd like to let you know that Council Rock will not be plowing the parking lot this evening. So if you've parked your car in the lot and it does start to snow before the end of this meeting, just be aware that there won't be any snow removal happening at that time. I'd like to thank Scotts All Season for the excellent snow removal services that we had following this last storm. And I'd also like to thank all the residents and businesses for clearing their sidewalks. We hope this next storm is not as bad as predicted. But to that end, we're asking everyone who could possibly do it to get your cars off the streets so that we can plow more efficiently. This is required on streets that are designated as snow emergency routes, but it would be extremely helpful if you can get your cars off the side streets as well. I've been informed that because this is such a large storm coming and because we already have so much snow on the street that snow will have to be removed and taken elsewhere. And I'd like to thank George Stockberger for allowing us to dump the additional snow from the borough streets on his State Street property if we have to during this storm. I'd like to welcome back Marcia Scull, who is back in her position as Borough Secretary, although she's not here tonight because she's not feeling well. And I'd like to thank Leslie Dunleavy for filling in as Secretary for tonight's meeting and also for the previous meetings of Council that she has served as Secretary for while Marcia was out. And finally, I'd like to thank Carolyn Fisher, who provided temporary secretarial services to the borough while Marcia was out for about 6 weeks. I'd like to announce a meeting on March 2nd at 7 o'clock in the Chancellor Street Center right here. It's a joint meeting of the Planning Commission of Newtown Borough with invited guests, the Township Planning Commission, and any other borough officials who would like to attend. And this is to hear a presentation by the Newtown Creek Coalition on their visioning for the creek. This is a similar presentation to one that they provided last April, and this is in greater depth to be presented to the planning commissions. And I'm asking Council whether we would like to send our borough engineer to this meeting.
Unless there was a real need that some action would come out of it, I would say I would not be supportive of it.
Okay. So, anyone else?
I'm involved with the presentation to be given that evening, and while I appreciate the question, I don't think that there is anything which is going to be presented that would rise to a level which would either provide a basis for having the engineer go, no less a need. So again, the request is appreciated, but I don't think the benefit would be there.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. So anyone is invited to attend, but we will not be sending our borough engineer officially. Regarding correspondence that I've received, I received a letter from the PATEC, which is a group involved in the reactivation of the R8 Fox Chase Newtown line, and they have thanked me for attending a meeting at SEPTA headquarters down in Philadelphia last month, and also they are interested in coming to present to Council, so I'll be talking to them about giving a presentation in the next couple months. A note that they're also giving a presentation at another meeting at the George School on Sunday, February 28th, and anyone interested should, if you need additional information, I have the flyer here. I've also received a correspondence from the Bucks County Society of Boroughs announcing their meetings, and I'd like to ask Council if anyone would like to volunteer to attend their meetings when they're able. They do meet several times during the year, and in previous years it's been whoever might have had some time, but I'm thinking it might be important for us, particularly with the new regulations and new laws that come down, and this is an excellent way for us to get that information. So I'd like Council to, if anyone is interested in serving that capacity, to get in touch with me. Also received a letter from the Sewer Authority, which I've passed on to our solicitor, which is discussing the fact that it is time to reauthorize the existence of the Sewer Authority, and that will be on an agenda coming up. And finally, I've received some correspondence from Newtown Township regarding a joint project on Frost Lane. and that more information will be coming down. I believe that's on our budget this year for paving, and the township is also interested, since, as you probably are all aware, Frost Lane is divided between the borough and the township, but not always in the same manner throughout its extent, and to pave it as a joint project would seem prudent. And that's all I have for correspondence.